Isaac is our only forefather who spends his entire life in the land of Israel. This is significant because Isaac is the son of immigrants who themselves left Eretz Yisrael when famine struck. They left in pursuit of food security. It's natural for anyone to leave in pursuit of security, especially for someone whose roots are only just beginning to take. However, God identifies that Isaac is headed to Egypt and immediately addresses him and says, "Do not go down to the land of Egypt. Dwell in the land in which I tell you. Live in this land, and I will be with you and bless you." This leap of faith by Isaac, contrasted by both Abraham and Jacob's choices to follow a perceived notion of security to Egypt, is possibly the most impressive choice Isaac made. The story of Isaac's life is far less detailed in Scripture than that of his father and his son, but this little bit of information is such an important example to us. This decision to stay in place and endure is also contrasted by Isaac's son, Esav, who is criticized both by the simple reading of the text and by rabbinic tradition for selling his firstborn rights for a bowl of stew. The Midrash criticizes Esav endlessly and says that because he belittled the status of the firstborn, his descendants, Amalek, were beaten at war by Yoshua, the descendant of Jacob's almost youngest son, Joseph. And the Midrash possibly also alludes to a further descendant of Amalek, or of Esau, Agag, falling into the hands of King Saul, who was the descendant of Jacob's actual youngest son, Benjamin. Esav is extreme in his haste to give in to his urges and for comfort and physical satisfaction. When Jacob suggests the transaction, Esav says, "I'm at the point of dying of hunger. What good to me is my birthright?" Esav over-dramatizes the situation and is controlled by his urges. His nihilistic approach to life ignores the value of legacy and purpose that sometimes require discomfort in order to achieve. "I'm dying, so nothing else matters." This is in contrast to Isaac's agreement to stay put, despite hunger, and endure in order to achieve godly promise and purpose. A dear friend of mine who came to Israel with her parents as a child from the former Soviet Union, whose father and grandfather were both imprisoned in Siberia because they were Jewish and because they were Zionists, recently said to me, "It's so difficult to be in Israel right now, but we are done running." We are Isaac's children, not Esav's. We will endure the hardships because beyond them lie our values and purpose. We are staying. Shavua Tov from Schechter.